What's up, Buttercups? Hope you guys are having an amazingly golden day with cherries on top. If this is your first time watching, my name is Elvis. This is the Golden Drive, and that over there is the new Hummer EV 2022. And in this video, we are going to be taking a look at it, telling you guys what we think about it, the features, the tech. It has a lot of tech, spoiler alert, and a lot of insane features that are just mind-blowing. And so, with that said, let's get started. Welcome again, everyone. Car, say hello. Thank him for providing this car to us for review today. And so, with that said, let's get started. I have wanted to review this car ever since it came out, which, I mean, it has not been super long, which has just been a few months or something since they released it to the public, but I'm so excited. So with that said, yeah, let's just jump right in. So
I mean, I haven't fooled around with it at all.
Yeah.
We just got it, and I remember when GM first announced it, and you could put a deposit down. I remember the US website crashed on the first day.
For good reason.
Because everybody was on it, and they took the website down quickly.
Wow.
Because it crashed the website.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, it makes sense too, because I don't know if you guys remember the original Hummer.
Yeah.
There was, first of all, the H1 or the military one, and then the H1 that Arnold, the actor guy.
They started selling them to the public.
To the public,
right?
because of him,
Yeah.
for the most part. And then they had the H2, and then the H3.
Yeah.
The H3 was terrible. I really liked the H2 from the early 2000s. That was like the car that...
H2 was kind of like built on the Yukon.
Yes,
I think,
that same
platform.
chassis, yes.
Same chassis.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so, but this is an all-new everything. And so, it has some insane features. So, just as we're starting, it is massive.
It does look
It looks terrifying, but just the stance of it, it just looks amazing.
It is big. I've driven it.
God.
It is big. It's big
Yeah.
to drive.
It is.
It feels massive on the road. You gotta make sure you're in your lane.
But yeah, let's just go from the front to the back and just show everyone just everything about it, because it's interesting. The first thing that you would know about this car is that amazing, massive grille. I'm trying to find the key. It's in my pocket somewhere. There it is. So it's actually interesting when you unlock it. Look at the dance the light does. That is so cool. And you have that Hummer just displayed there.
And that's your daytime running lights.
That's okay. That's pretty sick. That's so cool. And up front, you can see these massive tow bars. It literally looks like it could pull a house. Look at how thick they are.
They're real.
Yeah. And something interesting. So I reviewed the FJ Cruiser that had 3 wipers, and it's so interesting to see that this also has 3 wipers, because it is such a wide car. It has a very short window. It's not very tall, so it's more wide than it is tall, and so they had to use 3 windshield wipers, and that's just so interesting. And it's so cool too. Like you were saying, these are like pod lights. They say HEV on them, and they are factory or a dealer option, you think?
No, they're from the factory, but
Okay.
I think they were optional, but from the factory. I've got the build sheet on the car, but I can't remember if those were optional or factory.
And I don't know if this is a requirement, but like maybe of cars this size to have like those 3 things on top, or they just put it there for cool factor. Yeah, it looks so cool. This mirror looks bigger than my head. Like, look at it. Like everything is just blown out of proportion. It has rock sliders from factory as well, and you standing next to it. It weighs 9,000 pounds. I completely forgot about
9,000.
That's mind-blowing, but I'm sure most of that weight is translated to the battery. The battery probably weighs, I don't know how many thousand pounds the battery weighs.
Yeah,
and I really like the black and white contrast. I think it works really well for this truck. This car has cameras everywhere. We're gonna check out the interior later, but this is just a soft.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a tonneau cover, so it does have. I'll just open this.
Oh, so you don't have to open the whole thing.
No.
You can just open that. That's pretty cool.
No.
That's pretty awesome.
But it does have a pickup truck bed.
Yep.
So yeah, you can roll this up, get it out of the way, and you've got basically a pickup truck.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And also another interesting thing about this, we're gonna check out the interior, but all these panels, they all pop off, which is so cool.
Have the front and rear Targa roof.
That's so cool.
Which I've never seen before.
I just noticed this. That's the American flag.
Yeah. I've never even seen
That's cool. I was like, wait a second, that looks interesting. The American flag is there, but there's also some really cool Easter eggs too that I've also seen that I'm like, oh my goodness, this is brilliant and this is genius. And so with that said, let us dive into the interior. Wow. It is
pretty cool.
It is
just
nice
put your foot
in
on the
here.
brake and we'll just turn it on. We'll just get everything lit up.
Yep. Oh. Okay, so put your foot on the brake and press start. And ta-da, you are on. And this thing looks really nice in here. I love the way the contrast ties in exterior and interior. You have the Hummer EV in metal. Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
That they just, oh, that's a cool touch.
I've never seen a car with the Targa roof.
Okay.
For both the front and
the back.
rear.
That's cool.
Always front, right?
Is this one of those? Is probably not. Is it one of those that's like adjustable? Like McLaren's and stuff? Like it's like electrochromatic glass?
I doubt it.
Yeah. But it's still cool that they give you that feature.
It's tinted.
Though. Yeah.
Right?
That's cool.
But I don't think it's, no.
Yeah, and again, you can take it off. You can take off all the panels.
You can
and
take all four
go
panels
Jeep
off.
style. Yeah. This is so
Which
nice.
is crazy.
Yeah. And it's so cool there because you have this is like a special edition, I guess, because it says edition 1. Or is that edition 1 or just edition?
I don't know.
Yeah. So maybe like the first ones that were released, they gave them special edition things. Anyway, another really cool thing about this car is there's a lot of boxes and squares everywhere. Like
yeah, everything is.
Everything. You can see this AC vent, and I love the finish. It's like a bronze
all the
color.
Vents,
Oof.
These vents, everything from the shift knob to the screens to the dash, the steering wheel. It's everything is, right?
Yeah. And the car is kind of boxy. Like this is almost a vertical piece of glass. So I'm actually curious as to how it sounds in like speed. Like, do you hear a lot of wind noise or tire noise?
No. You hear the tires because there's not a lot of wind noise. Obviously, no engine or anything.
Yeah.
You're not hearing any of that, so you do hear the tires.
Oh, okay.
But even when you drive a Tesla, you hear the tires.
True, very true.
So yeah, you will hear the tires. And this.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting when you drive it and you give it some extra. I was going to say gas. Yeah. Some extra throttle.
Yeah.
It does have.
Noise, like the motor noise.
I don't know. It's not the. It doesn't sound like the motor, but it has a sound to it that it feels like you're accelerating.
Oh, okay.
You get that sound.
Yeah, it better be because this thing has 1,000 horsepower.
It is. It
does.
It's incredibly quick for the size.
And like, just imagine that this thing weighs 9,000 pounds.
I know.
And it does 0 to 60 or 0 to 100 in 3 seconds. Or 3.2 seconds or something. That's like, yeah, that's like supercar speeds.
For 9,000 pounds, it's like,
I know.
You better get it out of my way. I don't think a lot of guys are going to be taking this thing off-road.
No,
but
I don't think so.
It's an easy vehicle to clean, right? Like, I don't even think there's not even carpets in this thing. Yeah, you don't even have carpets in this thing.
That's so cool. Okay. Oh,
So
you know what this
FJ,
is?
right?
You know what that is? I think that is the map of the moon on the speaker. There.
You think so?
Yeah, I think that is the map of the moon or like some...
How do you know?
I think I heard it somewhere.
How the heck do you know?
I think I heard it, or the map of the, not the sun. I think that's the moon map.
All right.
Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I also think even with the rugs or the carpet or whatever is there, all this pattern stuff is also, all these patterns are also kind of like moon patterns or all of that. And the reason I also kind of say that is because when you turn it on, this infotainment system, by the way, is amazing. Below here, you have your drive modes. So if you switch the drive modes, look at them. Like you're on the moon, so that's why one of the reasons
normal.
I'm saying, yeah. And then you're in some kind of space shuttle in my mode.
My mode, you
adjust your settings yourself, yeah. And then this is Mars.
That's off-road.
Off-road, so funny. And then my favorite mode is, where is it? That's the tow mode. You're towing a space shuttle. I just think that is really cool. Let's go to normal mode. Let's close that out.
You always have tow.
And you always have tow mode up there.
So these remain. So it's got Android Auto and
Apple CarPlay. So it has all the features you would want in a technology-ish car. Off-road experience activating.
Yeah. So the G's.
That's cool. Your G's. Oh, you have your off-road cameras too.
Feeling, yeah. You get all your cameras
that's cool. What? Oh, okay, that's cool. Let me close this window out.
Yeah.
What did you want to say?
I was gonna say you're actually looking
down.
Right in front,
so
down,
I guess in
right
case you're
front.
off-roading for rocks, and so you can see where your tires are at and stuff. Maximum drift. Is that like drift mode, or is that just the angle you're at?
Yeah, I have a feeling it's the angle you're at, and then it's got even your altitude.
That's cool. Like there's so many features here.
100%.
Oh my! 537 kilometers.
And then if you go here.
So US. Okay, so let's see how many. So 334 miles. That's pretty good.
Not bad.
No, that's pretty good. And I really like these too. Like the buttons they're very tactile. I don't know, the finish on them is just really nice. Very off-roady and massive too. Look at the size of the locking diff button. So you have your locking diffs, which is pretty cool. You have all your parking controls. You have heated steering wheel here. And another really cool thing I like about this, I think I saw this in the review, was whenever you like select the level of, like, for example, heated seat, it's like a multi-screen, so you can kind of like, I guess, tap on whichever one you want. So cooled seats, or you can turn that off. I feel like there's so many things this car has that I haven't even touched the surface of. Crab walk mode. I don't know how that is even activated, but
I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of the modes. We're not sure how to even activate the crab walk mode, but we know it does have it, where the two front wheels turn in one way, the two rear wheels turn in the same way it turns, and then that way it goes like a crab pretty much left and right. It's pretty interesting.
Well, when we were parking, you can see when you're parking and you turn the wheels one way, the rears turn in the opposite direction.
That's cool. Okay, let's try that.
Direction.
Do you want to help me turn the wheel, please? Let me look at that. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. Turn it the opposite way. I think it works even when you're parked. That is so cool. What? That's amazing. That is pretty cool. Another interesting thing that I've just found is, if you listen, you can kind of hear that there's a sound that the car is emitting. It's like a nice musical tone that is like, listen. I think the speaker is around here. I'm trying to find where the speaker is, but I can't find it. The speaker is around here. Anyway, it's making a really cool singing noise. That's awesome. I really hope people take this off-road, because I think this has insane capabilities. These things today they're going way over sticker in the market. Like, if you can get one.
I heard in the States they're going for about 100 over MSRP, between 75 and 100 over MSRP.
That is
it's hard to find them at 75 over. I'd say closer to 100 over MSRP.
That's
which is
insane.
Crazy, but
yeah, that's so crazy. Oh, there it is. That is just cool. And so you can store maybe 2 or 3 duffel bags there. That's what it looks like. Or bodies.
That's a lot of suitcases.
Yeah, it's a lot of suitcases.
I think so. I think it's deceiving how much space you have.
Yeah, front and rear.
Well, you get the whole bed of the truck.
Yeah.
And then you get the trunk.
That's pretty awesome.
The front trunk.
Another interesting thing to know about this car, before we go on the drive, is it has pillarless doors on all 4 corners. Like, that is just very cool. I've never seen that on an SUV before. And so it's cool that they included that. So with that said, let us go on a drive. Every time I get in an electric car, it's so weird not having any sound at all. It's so quiet. Oh, I see what you mean. The electric, the braking or regen braking is insane.
You don't need
to hit the brake at all. But I think you can adjust that from this button on this paddle shifter on the steering wheel. So that's interesting. So you almost you just have to modulate the way you're using the throttle pretty much, and it figures out the rest. That is pretty cool. It's so weird to adjust my brain to that form of braking, I guess, without even using the throttle, the brakes. That's so interesting. It's just interesting how quiet, literally everyone is just staring. I guess also because it's such a new car. And so, but yeah, and it's also interesting, the moonroof or the sunroofs, not sunroofs, what do they call them? Panoramic?
T-bars.
T-bars or whatever, the 4 glass tops. It makes it so you have a lot of light in here, because initially I would have thought that it would have been really dark just because of the size and everything. A lot of things are black, a lot of things are white, but it's really nice ambiance in here. I don't know if that's the word, but
ambiance.
Yeah. So interesting. Yeah, this is a really nice car. Is she crossing the road? I don't think so.
I don't think we'd feel her if we ran her over.
That would be bad.
Yeah, the acceleration is
mind-blowing.
Crazy for this. You can feel it in your gut.
Yeah,
right?
It pushes you back. It's crazy fast.
It's crazy fast for the weight of the vehicle. Like, man, but you know what? The other thing I noticed is it's really comfortable to drive.
I know.
You don't feel anything on the road.
Nothing. You're probably gonna get tire noise, like you said. There's gonna be some tire noise because of literally the size of the tires are 305s. So you're gonna get them, but
you don't feel anything. Like you don't
no.
feel any of the little bumps or ruts in the road.
Yeah, it does a lot at isolation from the road.
Yeah,
that's pretty awesome.
If you want something that's crazy comfortable to go touring in,
yeah, this is it.
This is it.
This is pretty awesome.
So that's it.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is an amazing car. Oh my gosh. Like, I've just wanted to check it out. I feel like this is probably one of the hottest cars of 2022. Or one of the hottest SUV trucks things of 2022. It'd also be interesting to see if they come out with a full SUV like the H2 and the H3s. Yeah, because I feel like they should.
I think eventually they probably would.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, I know.
Right? It wouldn't take them much to box in the back.
No. Huh? Yeah.
Right?
I've seen one with like a box in the back. Yeah, like
no,
an
I just
extension.
mean boxed in. So
yeah. You have more room back there.
But you don't know what's underneath that bed.
Oh,
that could be
probably
the
batteries. Yeah, that's true. Well,
so
yeah,
who knows?
This is a great car.
We don't.
No. With that said, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Thank you to Core, as usual, for providing these glorious cars. If you want to see more amazing cars, like this video, and also check out Core's, website, because he sells some amazing cars. And with that said, have an amazing day. Bye.